Ladies and gentlemen, welcome tonight to another edition of NASCAR Chase for the Cup 2005. It is the Craftsman Truck Series for the O'Reilly 400K at the Texas Motor Speedway for this custom schedule season. 11 races still remain into crowning a champion, and our driver, Bobby Hamilton Sr., the one that you guys voted for me to race at the beginning of the season at Daytona, is currently the points leader. But the driver who is second in points, trying to run him down for the championship, Carl Edwards, coming off a win a couple races ago. And in fact, on top of that, he has kept that hot streak alive. 11 straight top 5 finishes for Carl Edwards and our points leader, Bobby Hamilton Sr., coming into tonight's race. And for Carl Edwards, he's got the advantage coming into this one as far as Texas goes because he is on the pole. We know how good Carl Edwards was on the mile and a half in the Cup Series. We'll see if he can get this Truck Series win under his belt, get another one, I should say, under his belt this season. Like, share, and subscribe for more daily NASCAR content as we're about to get into this race. Elliot is crazy. Welcome to the stream. First down in the chat, so thank you for that. And let us get this underway. 167 laps scheduled for this one, 250 miles, 400 kilometers. Green flag is in the air. We're underway in Texas, and look at Bobby Hamilton nailed the start. He has not been good on the intermediates or bigger tracks when it comes to starts and restarts, but he gains one spot off the start, and Carl Edwards, who got put 3 wide middle, is going to hang on, and he's going to pull away off of turn 2 with the lead. 5 bonus points is going to be awarded to Carl Edwards for leading lap 1 at Texas, as the field will make their way off of turn 4 this time, and Edwards has about a 4 truck length lead over Bobby Hamilton. Benefit of maybe starting on the inside helped Hamilton after qualifying third. Thanks for the update, Patrick, and thanks for tuning into the stream. Travis Quaffle, who qualified second, was able to get down in line in third, but it took him about a lap and a half to find his way to the inside. Hamilton a bit quicker than Edwards that last lap, a 21.197 for Bobby Hamilton. That last lap, that was quicker than his qualifying lap. His qualifying lap was a 29.230. And he's all over the back bumper of Edwards into turn 3. Dark Crypto, welcome into the chat as well. Can he get underneath Edwards off of turn 4? He is there. Hamilton trying to side draft Edwards. Edwards almost got in the wall just trying to get away from Hamilton, and he did a great job doing that because it did not allow Hamilton to side draft that left rear corner panel on the 99. Off the exit of turn 2, Edwards really pinching Hamilton down, and these guys are going at it early. Edwards not going to make this easy for Hamilton. The battle for the most laps led, of course, even in the early going of the race, especially with the Truck Series races being as short as they are, is very big. 108 points separates Hamilton and Edwards in the standings, but knowing that you could score up to 190 in one race, it is crucial to get all the points you possibly can. These two have definitely been far and away the two best drivers this season. Well, I wouldn't say far and away because Brandon Witt's right there in third, but those three are definitely all deserving of the championship and are having championship caliber seasons. Phil Turner, welcome. I get it, Elliot. Hamilton going to try the outside in turns 3 and 4. Edwards just going to try to go up and mimic the line. It's going to put dirty air on the Ford truck. Big time cut to the inside, and Hamilton still can't get underneath the 99. He's doing all he can right now. Look at Edwards shaking back and forth, trying to block Hamilton. Top 3 have pulled away from the rest of the field, who is pretty much still bunched together, 4th all the way back to last and 36th. And now down the back straightaway, Edwards blocking down to that white line on the apron. Hamilton's got to find a way to get around Edwards. Even at Old Texas, it's somewhat hard to pass. Of course, turns 3 and 4 are the same. 1 and 2 a bit more banking than what it has now. passing is a little bit easier, but still not easy, as you can see, at least with Edwards, because he's got the clean air. Of course, that probably helps. Oh, man, Hamilton almost got the wall. Off of turn 4, he almost got back in the gas too soon. But being able to carry that speed is going to give him a good run into turn 1. He cannot get around Edwards. This is insane. For 9 laps, he has been right here, this close the whole way. Surprised Edwards hasn't made a bad block yet. Off turn 4. Edwards clear with another block. Going low, going high. Hamilton slides the tires and overdrives turn 1. Up the track he goes, and Edwards maybe pulled away a truck length at the most. Joshua Rumsey, welcome. Seeing all you guys down in the chat in the early going of the race already tonight. Doubleheader again on the channel tonight. We'll have a premiere at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'll be in the chat for that one. It'll be another episode of the World of Outlaws Sprint Car Series 2002 video game, part of 3 uploads today. Also uploaded a video earlier on. If you haven't checked it out, definitely go and do so. It was the top 10 finishes on the channel, finishes / commentating calls on the channel in 2021. Yeah, 167 laps. This is one of the longer truck series races of the season, 250 miles. Be interested to see if this will be a 1 or a 2 stop race today. Most of the races have been 1, but we have had 2 races of the 11 completed, or 12, excuse me, completed so far where it has been a 2 stopper. Phoenix maybe could have been a 2 stopper if we didn't have that caution. It would have been very, very close. The caution early in the race at lap 7 helped make it to where it wasn't. Hamilton going to try the outside in turns 1 and 2. Edwards going up the track quite a bit. Trying to get the dirty air on Bobby Hamilton. In the wall is Edwards. He made a mistake. And Hamilton will get to the lead down the back stretch, and he'll get 5 bonus points when we come back to the start-finish line. Carl Edwards in the wall on lap 13. Hamilton forced him into a mistake. Took the outside. Edwards was so determined just to drive out of that rear view mirror. Hard to pass up high. Yeah, you pretty much can't get a pass up high. I was just going up there to try and set Edwards up, maybe carry a bit more of a run down the straightaway, but then Edwards was the one that cracked the wall off turn 2. Allowing for Hamilton to make the pass, and now Edwards is on the attack again. Don't forget about Travis Quaffle, though. He hasn't been that far behind these guys. Hamilton was never able to get alongside Edwards either. He came very close once. Couldn't quite get alongside of him to side draft him. Hamilton overdrives the middle of 3 and 4 just a bit. But now with that mistake by Carl Edwards, he's going to be put in the same situation that Bobby Hamilton was in for the first 13 laps, and that is sitting at second, all over the back bumper of the leader, but it's likely going to have a hard time trying to get around him. Hamilton's definitely going to make it hard. Edwards was doing a lot of blocking down the straightaways, so I'll see Hamilton will do the same. Hamilton's going to try to make Edwards pass him up high if he can help it. Edwards pushed a bit wide off the exit of turn 4. Edwards gains in 1 and 2. Last 3 races we have ran on this season, we have barely seen any cautions. Only 2 cautions combined in the last 3 races. We went caution-free at Milwaukee. We had 1 caution at Michigan on lap 6, and then 1 caution at Phoenix on lap 7. That's it. So it seems like if we don't get a caution early in the race, we don't get one at all. Not to mention Darlington, which was the 5th race of the year, also went caution-free, just like Milwaukee. So for these 3 drivers pulling away early on, knowing that this could be a caution-free race today, that's going to set themselves apart from the rest of the field already. It's a good thing they qualified well. Fondell Ellery, welcome to the stream. Edwards nearly got the wall off of turn 2 again, but he barely kept it off. Starting to deal with a tighter race truck as this run carries on. Nearly 20 laps. Hamilton clips that apron again in 3 and 4, but Edwards not quite close enough on corner entry to be able to get the run and get to the inside of Hamilton in the middle of the corner. Second time Hamilton has clipped that white line. The idea is to get as close to it as possible without touching it. Easier said than done, especially with these older EA Sports NASCAR games. They get really hard to handle as the tires start to wear. First round of golf 2022 in the books today. Wow, must have had some good weather then. Yeah, I won't be seeing any weather like that anytime soon. Well, I guess when I go to Daytona. But that's because I'm going 16 hours south of where I live. That's the only reason. Edwards trying the outside in turns 1 and 2. Didn't work out for him. And again, he nearly gets into the wall, too. Remember, he tried to run the outside in 1 and 2, and that's how he got into the wall earlier. We'll have to see if Quaffle might be able to pass Edwards. Now, they're both in dirty air, so they'll have an equal advantage on each other versus Hamilton, the leader. Doesn't have to really worry about it. We got a slow truck heading into turn 3 right now, likely on the apron of the racetrack and likely blowing smoke, but we do stay green, and he should be able to get into the pits, whoever it may be. And yep, that truck is in the pit lane. Couldn't tell who it was, though. We got our first driver out of the race. Then you got 2.5 inches. Oh, 2 to 5. I got you. Yeah, I don't think I've had more than 2 inches of snow and a snowfall so far this winter. Hopefully it stays that way. Hamilton left a tad bit of the bottom open, and Edwards took a peek, but again, he just wasn't close enough on corner entry to get there. Oh, and up the track again, Hamilton goes, but he gets it to cut in the middle of the corner, and he keeps Edwards behind him. Edwards has definitely put a lot more pressure on Hamilton these last couple laps. Since moving back to second place, again, Edwards going to the outside in turns 1 and 2. He's got to be careful doing that. He may open up the bottom for Travis Quaffle to make a pass. "50 to 60 degrees in the winter, man. I wish I had that around me." Edwards got a little squirrely off of turn 4, and Quaffle's taking a peek into turn 1, side by side for second. Travis Quaffle qualified second. He's going to clear Edwards off of turn 2. Well, he could have, and then he didn't. Into turn 3. Hamilton's truck is definitely getting a little bit tighter on corner entry as this run carries on. He's having a hard time trying to get the truck pinned all the way to the bottom. You might have to start backing these corners up a little bit more. It's going to be tough to do that with 2 drivers breathing down his neck. And this 3-truck breakaway. Still caution-free in the early going. The O'Reilly 400K. Alternate through the different camera angles for the first time in today's race. See the right front tire starting to wear out on the Ford truck of Bobby Hamilton. It's already in the yellow, and that's before we hit halfway on fuel. So that tells me it's going to be in the red before Hamilton's going to have to hit pit road for the first time today. So he is really chewing up the right front. That's something you don't really see at Texas. Today's Texas is tire wear. We will be seeing that tonight, as we're already seeing it in the early going, only 30 laps on the tires. Wasn't expecting to see it that early in the run, but I guess we are. Ashton G, welcome into the stream. And people watching in the early going of tonight's race, only 4 likes, so smash the like button, subscribe for more daily NASCAR content if you are new. Whole lot of it coming up this year. Again, Edwards to the bottom, and Hamilton gets in the wall, and that will give Edwards the lead. It's going to hurt the right front a bit more on Bobby Hamilton's race truck. He's able to keep Quaffle behind him still. I didn't even see Edwards pass Quaffle for second place either, but I guess he did. And Edwards is right back in the lead again. Same exact spot of the racetrack where Hamilton took the lead away from Edwards down the back straightaway when Edwards brushed the wall. Now Hamilton brushes the wall for the first time tonight off the exit of turn 2. And Edwards gets the lead back. Hamilton trying to get to the inside of Edwards. He entered pretty flat that time. Edwards probably just going to be mimicking the line again. Edwards about a half a lane off the bottom. Yeah, now up to 8 likes. There we go. Thank you, everybody. Helps me out a ton. Hamilton with a lot better corner entry than Edwards. Nowhere to go, though. Just hit halfway on fuel at lap 35. Should be a 2-stop race tonight, then. That pretty much confirms it. Hamilton could probably make it anywhere between lap 68 to lap 70 on fuel. So a 2-stopper will be scheduled. Oh, contact! Edwards with a bad block, and he's in the wall. He's going to hold on to the lead, though. I was wondering if that was going to happen eventually, considering that Edwards has been blocking quite a bit when he was in front of Hamilton. He squeezed him a bit too much there. Hamilton couldn't go any lower. He would have been in the grass. Lav, welcome to the stream. Lav 1i. Ethan, welcome to the stream. When will 21 get fixed? Maybe never. I don't know. Right rear wearing off right on the exit of turn 4 that time. Hamilton going to go a bit wide in turns 1 and 2. Edwards up to block. Here comes Quaffle to the bottom. Edwards is in the wall. Oh, and he gets into Quaffle. Edwards got into the wall again, but he bounced right into the 24, making the Ford truck of Hamilton have to check up. He was able to get back around Quaffle, but he checked up so much that Edwards was able to stay in the lead. Everybody's tires are wearing out. That nearly caused our first accident of the race. These guys have been racing mostly clean up until about 2 laps ago. Hamilton slides into 3. Hanging on for dear life. Quaffle looking low off of turn 4. Hamilton trying to hang on to the spot. He's going to pull the block into turn 1. He had just enough of a run down the front stretch to hang on. Edwards might have the largest lead of the race right now at about 0.4 of a second. I know we're only 42 laps in, but on a mile and a half, that is impressive. But the top 3 have just been that close to one another. It's so hard to pull away between each other. They're all that equal on speed. Edwards a little loose off turn 2. Hamilton's trying to get him loose. Trying to intimidate him. Edwards gets sideways. That's going to get Hamilton perhaps to the outside. Not enough. Edwards definitely slipped up, and now Hamilton's there. He tried to intimidate him out of the way. Didn't quite work. Into turns 1 and 2. He's going to try to force Edwards into another mistake. He's going to realize that Edwards is probably going to get into the wall again. He does. Edwards does get into the wall again. That's the 3rd time he's gotten into the wall off of turn 2. Hamilton has not cleared him yet. Into turn 3. Slides up the racetrack way too much. And now here comes Quaffle on the bottom for 2nd. And Hamilton's got the lead. Great racing going on tonight. Who would have thought at Texas? Quaffle not quite clear of Edwards yet. Into turn 3. Now he should be clear. Yeah, he is clear. Hamilton overdrives the middle of the corner. Edwards going to attempt a possible crossover move. Oh, man. He got blocked off by Quaffle now. You can really see Hamilton struggling with his race truck. And Quaffle's in the wall now off of turn 2. And Edwards has a run into 3. He entered flat. Half his truck was on the white line. Door to door. On old tires, it's going to be tough to hang on. And Edwards is going to pass Hamilton cleanly. What a move. What a move by Carl Edwards to get back to the point. Oh, man, and Hamilton overdrives it. Yeah, I'm pausing it. Give me a second. I'm doing something about that bot. That's like the... It's always the same bot. I can't figure out why I can't ban it. I should be able to. It's like this. It's the same bot every time. Well, this one at least. The other ones are different. Trying to figure that bot out. Sorry to break the good racing action though. Usually I could just put ban. I don't know why it hasn't been giving me the option. Well, back to racing. Bots should be banned. Yeah, you should be able to ban them. I don't know why I can't ban that one. Hamilton. Now he drives to the inside of Edwards. A little bit of contact. Not much, but it was enough to keep Edwards in the lead, stalling out the run of the Ford truck. Oh, Edwards gets loose! And he gets knocked out of the way by Hamilton because of it. Oh, Edwards is in the wall in turn 3, and Quaffle's going to take over second. Nearly. They're side by side off turn 4 at least. Hamilton to the point. Lap 50. I don't know who that is in 4th, but somebody else has caught the top 3 as Quaffle is up to second. 9/10 of a second is the lead for Hamilton. That is now the largest lead of the race for anybody. Nobody has led by a full second yet in this one. Everybody's struggling. They're sliding around. We're still about 20 laps away from the end of the pit window. Roughly. Maybe a little less than that. 68 to 70 laps is the window tonight. Still no caution so far. It is a 2-stop race, so if we do see a yellow, I would imagine most of the field would probably pit. Waffle's running down Hamilton. Quarter tank of fuel left for Bobby Hamilton. Welcome to Old Texas. You saying Old Texas just makes me welcome to the Wild West. This is Texas. Some dude just like spits in a can or something. Yeah! Oh. That's my best interpretation of Texas. What's so great about stupid old Texas? There it goes, right front in the red now on Bobby Hamilton Sr. Lap 55. And he's got to trudge on with extremely worn down tires. As Hamilton and Edwards have ran him back down. Only took a few laps. Quaffle has not led yet, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's Bill Lester, potentially in 4th. No, it's Brandon Witt. Brandon Witt in 4th place, the other championship front runner. So excluding Travis Quaffle, these drivers that are under a blanket in the top 4 are racing for the championship and are very much in the thick of things between Bobby Hamilton, Carl Edwards, and Brandon Witt. Oh, man, Edwards. Sorry, not Edwards. Hamilton almost got in the wall. Off of turn 2, he was pushing quite a bit. And there he goes. He pushes up the track again. Quaffle's on the inside off of turn 4. Hamilton barely keeps it off the wall. Quaffle will lead his first lap of the night. 5 bonus points for him. Edwards is not going to be able to get to the inside of the Ford truck. And what a crossover by Hamilton to the inside of Quaffle now. About as good of a crossover as you can pull off at Texas. Although he's not complete yet into turn 3. He's going to go up the track, and he makes contact. And here comes Brandon Witt. They're 3 wide for the lead off of turn 4. Hamilton almost squeezed in the middle 3 wide. How did they make it through that? I think Quaffle actually scrubbed the wall, and Hamilton gets back down in front of Edwards as Brandon Witt has come from the depths of nowhere to lead his first lap of the day on the opening fuel run at lap 58. And now he's trying to block Bobby Hamilton, and it's not going to work. Never mind, it will work. Hamilton goes up the track. He's tight again in the dirty air behind the 38. Hamilton again bounces off the wall. And he's back to 4th. I don't know how we did not wreck off of turn 4 when we were 3 wide. I don't know how they never made contact with the Ford truck either. There was no room for error in how squirrely this race truck has been on these extremely old tires. That is absolutely insane. And now we got the top 2 pitting. Brandon Witt, Carl Edwards. At the same time, we'll hit pit road, giving the lead back to Quaffle. Witt was able to get 1 lap in before hitting the pit lane. Oh, jeez. Another mistake for Hamilton. I just imagine the people from the Wild West are in Texas. You ain't from around these parts, partner. Howdy, y'all. Mark Handel in the 107 getting up to speed. Down the backstretch. Is Quaffle going to pit this time? Potentially. No, he does not. Quaffle does not pit. Hamilton trying to get back around the 24 truck. He's going to go wide into turns 1 and 2. Try to force Quaffle into a mistake. He might do it. Didn't force him into a mistake. Here comes the lap truck out of the pit lane. It's Adam Bell. Let's get him put the leaders 3 wide. That's a risky spot for Bell to pull up onto the racetrack, but he had to do it. He was running out of room. Quaffle gets into the wall and bounces into the Ford truck. He's in the wall again. Hamilton's in the lead. And Hamilton's about to come into the pit lane. He needs tires. 4 tires of fuel coming up for Bobby Hamilton. His first pit stop of the night. Got to make sure he doesn't speed. 70 miles an hour is the limit. He'll get down with ease, locking the tires up. Travis Quaffle will pit the same time as Hamilton. 4 tires and fuel coming up for the Ford truck. No adjustments. Need your Western accent and red. Was it actually that good? I imagine it probably was not a good interpretation. Probably ticked off Eric Estep if he ever saw that clip. I can just see him like, is that how I talk? That's not how I talk. Travis Quaffle beat the Ford truck of Bobby Hamilton out of the pits. Like quite a wide margin too. And I'd have to imagine that Brandon Witt and Carl Edwards probably cycled even further ahead of Hamilton, considering they pit about 5 laps before him. They pit at lap 58. Quaffle and Hamilton pit at lap 63. As old as the tires were, I would not be surprised if positions were lost. Hamilton's back to 5th. I'm not sure if everybody has pit yet. I think Jack Baker might be on the lead lap for position in that 178 truck as well. Brandon Witt is the leader. He's 4.8 seconds ahead of our driver, Bobby Hamilton. as it looks like everybody has already made their first round of pit stops tonight at Texas. One more still to go to the end as we close in on about 100 laps to go. One of those cab. Should fire it every time we race at Texas. Feels nice to have fresh tires back on the racetrack, though, I'll say that much. Hamilton to the inside of Jack Baker. We'll pass him at turns 3 and 4. All clear off the exit of turn 4 for 4th place. Still caution free tonight. 100 to go. Since coming out of the pits, Hamilton's back running into 29 ones as well. Saw some risky and great racing, though, leading up to the pit stops for the leaders. Hamilton's got about 5 lap fresher tires than both Edwards and Witt. Same goes for Quaffle. But I'd say after over 10 laps, those tires will even out. So Hamilton's gaining a little bit of that time back now because he was 4.6 off the lead. He's back down to 3.8 off the lead into turn 3. Only after about 4 laps. Actually, 6 laps. At 63, we're already coming to lap 70. Maybe they went the wrong way on an adjustment, perhaps, as well. Hamilton didn't make any adjustments during the first stop. He got one more to the end. He could really split this race in half, just over 50 laps if he wanted to. Doesn't have to go a full 63 laps again. And he could have pushed it to about 68 to 70 laps, but he did not want to push it anymore, especially with that right front tire in the red. As far as the tire wear went. Mr. Hankey from South Park. Hey-ho! Good old Mr. Hankey. The Christmas turd. Gotta be the most outlandish character in South Park history. Mr. Hankey. Under recruits, you've had 5 Canadians, 3 Irish people, and 2 Brits. That wasn't was it an international cruise? Maybe it was. International cruise of the wealthy. Brandon Witt's got 3 wins this season, and they were all in a row from races 7 through 9. Hamilton's won back-to-back at both Martinsville and Phoenix coming into this one, but those two are short tracks. This is a 1.5 miles. Waffle going to try to get to the inside of Wesley Schmidt. He had to check up off the exit of turn 2. Hamilton will take it 3 wide into turn 3. Waffle was in the middle. Now they're side by side for third off the exit of turn 4. So Hamilton couldn't quite use the lap truck as a pick. So Waffle will stay alongside the 4. But the advantage has to be on the bottom lane, you would think. And Hamilton should be able to clear him eventually. And it looks like off the exit of turn 2, he'll clear Quaffle. And Quaffle's in the wall off turn 2, and that may allow Schmidt to get back around the 24. And it does. Schmidt's clear into turn 3. And now he'll go up to the outside and let Quaffle back through, but that will cost Quaffle at least a bit of time to try and keep the battle on with the 4. And Hamilton will try to pull away at lap 77. A lot of lap traffic right now for race leader Brandon Witt. Carl Edwards, probably half a second, maybe a little less than that, ahead of Hamilton for second place. And these guys are about 2.5 seconds off the race lead. Going for the UK, try to teach you. Hopefully they were teaching you while also speaking English. Because if they're only speaking that other language, it probably would have been very difficult to pick up on how to pronunciate. Probably would have made the conversation really awkward too. You're in an uncomfortable situation. Lap 80, still caution-free in this one. Comment down below if you think we're going to get a caution, or will this be the third caution-free race of the season? Remember, the pit window is 68 to 70 laps, so that will be opening up in less than 20 laps from now. It's side by side in the middle of 3 and 4. Hamilton's got a big run on the back of the 99 of Edwards. He's been tough to pass all day, though. Edwards has been tough to pass, that is. Hamilton looks low off the exit of turn 2. Edwards going even lower. Hamilton overdrove turn 3. Joshua says no cautions. Hamilton's going to try to get Edwards to make a mistake. Might have to get a little closer to try and intimidate him. Edwards bobbled just a bit. Hamilton's there. See if Edwards is going to run the high line in 1 and 2 if Hamilton goes up here. He will. We'll see if Edwards will put it in the wall. He has at times today when he has ran that lane. He did not get into the wall that time. These guys are still about 2 seconds off the race lead. Quaffle's closed in. Hamilton to the inside of Edwards off 4, but he overdrove it. Tagged that white line a bit and had to lift to get the truck to turn. Thank Jimmy Johnson down in the chat below. Really trying to force Edwards into a mistake. There's a lot of lap trucks coming up in front of the 99. We'll start with this 119 truck of Keith Grimsley. Grimsley chops down in front of Edwards. Edwards gets underneath him on the front stretch. Hamilton's got to run. Edwards with a very wide corner on entry into turns 1 and 2, but he holds on to second place still. Waffle gets by Grimsley pretty easily also. Hamilton drives it deep into turn 3. Contact! Edwards goes up the track. He's going to lose the spot. Did a great job hanging on to it to keep it off the wall, though. He didn't fall that far out of the groove, but enough to where Quaffle may take over third. Just checking things out after my retirement from NASCAR. Hey, I'll see you at Indy next year, though. Now there's 3 lap trucks directly in the way of Bobby Hamilton. Hamilton pulling a block right now on Travis Quaffle. They're side by side in front of Hamilton. He's really got nowhere to go. Grimsley dropping way out of the gas. I guess it's easy to get by. Or sorry, not Grimsley. It's Grigsby. There's Grimsley and there's Grigsby. That was Grigsby. We passed Grimsley a couple laps prior. Yeah, I saw David Reagan going to run part-time for Rick Ware Racing. Oh. The wall again goes the Ford truck. He is absolutely struggling to get around these lap trucks. Now they're side by side in front of him again. He's going to take it 3 wide. Third, Adam Bell. Now he'll clear Mark Handel at the start-finish line. Lap 90. 1.8 seconds off the lead. No more lap trucks between the top 2 either. Waffle's up to third. Edwards still has the 2 trucks that are lapped down between himself and third place at Quaffle. Yeah, I don't know how many races he's going to run. I'd imagine he's probably only going to run the super speedways. He's ran a couple Daytona 500s as an extra front row entry, but that's been it. He hasn't ran anything outside of the 500 the last couple years. So I'm going to assume that he's going to run every super speedway race this season at least. Reagan's better than Cody Ware's option driver. Yes, he is. Oh, in your opinion, is he? I mean, that's pretty fair considering that Reagan does have 2 wins versus Cody Ware's 0. And I know they run super speedways, but it does take talent to win even on a super speedway. It's a different kind of talent than what it would be on like a skill-based racetrack, like a road course or a short track, but it still takes a different bit of talent. I mean, there's a reason why Michael Waltrip won 5 super speedway races in his Cup career. There's a reason why Ryan Blaney has won 3 of them already in his career. There's a reason why Denny Hamlin has won 3 Daytona 500s in the last 6-7 years. Almirola, Bubba Wallace. And we seem to run towards the front in those races too. Hamilton's closing in on Whip, but it is taking him an awfully long time. And the window's open to the end of the race if Hamilton would want to pit right now. I think he may do it. Really got to hope for it to stay green, though. Which I mean, the way we have gone green in the second half of each of the last 3 races alone, this would be 4 in a row. I think Hamilton's going to short pit to try and get out ahead of the 38 truck. Already lost about 0.2 of a second off his lap time at this juncture of the run. Just over 30 lap old tires, so Hamilton will pit this time off turn 4. It'll be the first truck into the pit lane. 4 tires and fuel. No adjustments for the 4 of Bobby Hamilton Sr. His second and final stop of the night. Can see that one truck that was in the pits already, but he's out of the race. And hopefully no mistakes for the 4 team. Even like those pit road uniforms. Blue and yellow, man. Those are my colors. When it comes to race cars. Double A batteries up. A lot of Michael Brooks fans in the chat. The double A batteries, I got Jimmy. Favorite road course racer is AJ Allmendinger. Yeah, AJ's a pretty cool guy. Sam Hornish for me, but that's only because he's from Ohio. Not too far from where I live. Bobby Hamilton is in 34th with short pitty. Oh, just brushed the wall. $70 to go. 69 considering he's a lap down. I never really watched open wheel racing, at least when it came to like Indy cars and stuff when I was younger. I've definitely watched it a lot more over the last handful of years. I don't watch it religiously like I do NASCAR, but at least enough. Enough to know most of the names and who's good and are legitimate threats to win on a semi-weekly basis. Dad's favorite driver is Rusty Walls. Yeah, my parents weren't really into NASCAR up until. I mean, they're still not like. They're more fans now because I've gotten so involved with it, and as I've grown older, to still stay involved with it just as much. Well, I'd say more than even when I was a kid. That they respect the sport for what it is, and they have their favorite drivers, but they never really like rooted for, sat in front of the TV and rooted for them. My grandpa's, my grandpa on my dad's side, Brad Keselowski fan, then my step grandpa. He was a Tony Stewart fan, then when Tony retired, he switched to Larson. So it was like the dirt racing guys. That was the grandpa that owned a sprint car in the 80s and 90s, so those dirt racers in NASCAR he always really liked. But he was ecstatic when Larson went off this season and won the championship. I watched the championship race at his at their house and the grandparents' house this last season. I've never seen him like that before for a race. He was so nervous in the final 10 laps. Never seen him that tense before. While watching a race, at least. Keith Grimsley trying to crowd Bobby Hamilton. Hamilton will get around him, though. Brandon Witt still out on the racetrack. Saw some drivers pitting within the last couple of laps. I guess the only thing that right front tire, I kind of didn't think about that with it being in the red. We didn't go the full fuel run during the opening run of the race either. We pitted at lap 63. I know we could have went further on fuel. Got 60 laps to go. Well, I guess 59 considering, again, Hamilton's a lap down in the 28th position. He's not the only one that is short pitted, though. The only thing is, the other drivers that he's racing with basically for the win, Brandon Witt, Carl Edwards, Travis Quaffle, primarily Brandon Witt, since we got around the first set of pit stops, Witt cycled a couple seconds ahead of Carl Edwards, and they pitted on the same lap at lap 58. So if they go 58 laps again, they should be pitting somewhat soon. Probably about lap 116 is where we're looking at Carl Edwards and Brandon Witt pitting. We'll see how far ahead the Ford truck of Bobby Hamilton will cycle ahead of him. Hamilton on fresher tires. And then Witt's going to try to run Hamilton back down to the end of the race. And that's where it's going to get interesting. Pit window 68 to 72 laps. Yeah, we came out of the pits with 72 to go, so we're definitely pushing it right on the edge. We should have enough. The only risk really with that is considering the fact that we didn't go a full fuel run at the very start of the race. So we were giving up too much time on fresh tires, on old tires, excuse me, because Witt and Edwards had fresher tires. And you saw the 35-lap stretch, 37-lap stretch before Hamilton took his second stop. He's still about 2 seconds behind Witt. He's 4.6 back when he came out of the pits. And had 5-lap pressure tires. Probably had that advantage for about 10 laps, and then once it went away, he really wasn't closing in anymore. So decided to short pit. Now he's going to try to take the advantage over Witt to the end. Witt's still out on the racetrack at lap 113. Only one finish outside the top 5 this season for both Carl Edwards and Bobby Hamilton. That is just insane. That's why they're so far ahead in points. Witt was behind. He had 1 DNF, which is what has really put him behind. He does have more wins than Carl Edwards. Edwards has 1 win. Brandon Witt's got 3. Hamilton was 7. As Hamilton gets into the side of Mark Handel on the 107 truck. Making the pass. I think there's a lot of lap traffic around the leaders. Nobody hit pit road that time, but Travis Quaffle took the lead away and has ran down Brandon Witt. Quaffle has not won yet this season. He's in the top 5 in points. He's not out of it by any means, but he'd probably need the top 3 to each have 1 DNF. And then he's right back in the thick of it, unless he just goes on an absolute tear and then maybe their finishes start to fade off. But the way those other 3 have been performing this year, I don't see them falling off the face of the earth anytime soon. It's just insane how consistent they've all been, especially Edwards and Hamilton. I mean, we might have to have an average finish below 6 to win the championship. That's how insane the season has been with the competitiveness at the very top of the field. And I know it's only a 23-race season, too, so average finish of 6 is maybe a little bit better or more obtainable than a 36 race season, especially considering we have 2 less super speedway races too, so then you also got to factor in that. Of course, the first one, Hamilton finished 18th. That's his worst finish of the year. The only non-top 5. And the season finale will be right back at the high banks of Daytona as well. And if it comes down to the final race, any whatsoever on points, it is going to be a battle for the ages. That's true. If it does go to a green-white checker, we may have to pit. Or we may run out of fuel. Yeah, my Red Wings are on TV. I'm going to watch that at the end of this stream tonight while I'm in the premiere. "49 laps to go for Quaffle." Oh, man, Hamilton. That's as bad as he's overdriven a corner today. Overdriven a corner, I should say. That was pretty bad. Doesn't need laps like that. Let's just say reinstating NASCAR Heat 5 would not be a terrible move. Waffle staying out again. We've had a lot more drivers pit here recently. I'm almost wondering if Brandon Witt and Carl Edwards already pit, considering they pit at lap 58. I was expecting them to pit right around lap 116. Quaffle pit the same lap as Hamilton at lap 63, so maybe he'll go to about lap 126 if he pushes it 63 laps again. He was able to get to the lead eventually at the end of the run. The problem is he's not going to have that many laps to the end of the race compared to what it took him to get to the lead during this run, and he might have had a little help with lap traffic, which could dent it, but it also might not be as thick as what it was that last run as well. We really don't know. It's a big guessing game. There's Brandon Witt, the 38 truck. Hamilton's going to cycle ahead of him, but barely. That was a blistering fast stop for Brandon Witt to come out that close behind Hamilton, despite the fact Hamilton had fresher tires for every bit of about 20 laps. Not sure where Edwards is at yet. Witt took it a little bit further that run than what he did earlier. John Molitor, welcome to the stream. Sean Batson. Or sorry, that's Robbie Young. I keep getting those two mixed up. Robbie Young trying to pinch Hamilton off potentially. He may have wanted to pit that time. I'm not entirely sure. Quaffle still on the racetrack trying to get as many laps led as he can. King Brutus, welcome to the stream as well. You guys are just in time for a potential thrilling finish here at Texas. Yes, I said thrilling in Texas in the same sentence, but it has been a pretty good race so far tonight, despite it being caution-free. Quaffle still has to pit. In fact, the top 7 still have to pit. Brandon Witt's got about 20 lap pressure tires of Bobby Hamilton, though. Hamilton's holding on for dear life. He was hoping to cycle a lot further out ahead of Witt than what he did. It's going to be tough for Hamilton to hold on. It's like we got a slow truck potentially into turn 3, down on the apron of the racetrack. Maybe somebody made contact down the back straightaway. I'm not sure. Ohio State losing to Wisconsin. What, basketball? Right front already wearing down on Hamilton. Still got a little less than 40 laps to go. Hasn't hit halfway on fuel yet, which is a good sign. The longer we go there, the better. Quaffle's still out there. Lap 127 for him. It's a lap longer than what he went the run before that. The longer he stays out, the more he's going to likely cycle behind these guys. Though, then again, Witt had a fast stop. Maybe Quaffle will as well. And Quaffle's pitting this time off of turn 4. Second place. May still have to pit also. I'm not entirely sure. Quaffle leads that lap at the start-finish line. We'll see how quick of a stop he's got. Hamilton's running 29.3s right now. He just hasn't... I mean, that fastest lap at 29.131, that was very early in the race. That was within the first couple laps. Next stream's going to be Saturday night. NASCAR Chase for the Cup 2005 Saturday night. Tomorrow night, we're going to have a premiere of NASCAR 21 Ignition Career Mode at Richmond. I believe at 8 o'clock tomorrow. Well, tell her I said happy birthday. Travis Quaffle has just beaten Bobby Hamilton out of the pits. And Quaffle continues to lead. Hamilton is second at the line as Quaffle gets up to speed into turn 1. That is concerning. Hamilton didn't even cycle to the lead after short pitting. What a stop by the 24 team. The fact that he was the last of the leaders to pit and he comes out first. That was even better than Brandon Witt. And Hamilton's got older tires. I wonder if maybe Quaffle took 2 tires as well as Witt, and that could be why they cycled ahead. Got one driver blowing an engine on the inside of the track. That's Aaron McGee. Hamilton just hit halfway on fuel. We still got 38 laps to go. That's also concerning. Quaffle and Hamilton enter pretty flat that time. Big run, though, for Bobby Hamilton. But he's blocked at the start-finish line, by Travis Quaffle. Hamilton going to go wide into turns 1 and 2. Quaffle's going to go up there as well. Quaffle in the wall off of turn 2. Hamilton down the back straightaway. We'll get to the lead with Quaffle's mistake. No! And now Hamilton goes up the track. And Quaffle's got it back. That was the opportunity Hamilton needed with the mistake by Quaffle, but then Hamilton in the very next corner made a mistake of his own. Now the run off turn 4. Oh, wow. Quaffle went really wide. Hamilton trying to get to the inside into turn 1. He's going to drive it in really deep. Doesn't have the tire grip to muscle the race truck down there. Lower exit, though, off the exit of turn 2. Hamilton to the inside into 3. That time he just flat out beat Quaffle. Clear, clean pass off turn 4. Hamilton leads at Texas. 34 to go. Quaffle with the crossover in turns 1 and 2. And he is going to get the Ford truck right back. Clear. What a pass. Hamilton trying to cross him up again. Into 3 and 4. They're side by side. Hamilton needs to keep the battle on. As these drivers start to battle each other more and more, here comes Brandon Witt in 3rd. Remember, he's led a lot of laps tonight. I only wonder where Carl Edwards is at. Probably in 4th somewhere. About 3 more lap trucks coming up very soon. Really, really good corner for Hamilton. Right here in turns 1 and 2. All over Travis Quaffle, and he is on the inside, down the backstretch. Oh, they make contact. That really knocked Hamilton sideways. And he falls back to third. Dissing on my Michigan Wolverines I see down in the chat. Hamilton trying to force Brandon Witt into a mistake. Got a bit squirrely off the exit of turn 4. Now Hamilton's got 2 fast trucks to try and pass instead of just 1. Witt trying to block. 29 laps to go this time by at Texas. These lap trucks may get in the way. Hard to pass at Texas. That's going to be the best opportunity for the running order inside the top 3 to shake up. Quaffle right behind Ace Johnson. Big run for Hamilton into 1. He's blocked heavily by Brandon Witt. Witt powered it in there. Drives past Ace Johnson, all clear. Quaffle's got side-by-side lap traffic in front of him into 3. Nowhere to go. Chance for Hamilton to try and get the ground back. And that's going to allow Brandon Witt to close in on the 24 truck. Scott Bush is one of those lap trucks up there. I can't tell who the other one is. Quaffle got through there pretty well, all things considered. Witt is struggling maybe a bit more. Big move. 3 wide. Oh! Contact with the lap trucks off of turn 4. We stay green. And the leaders of Brandon Witt and Bobby Hamilton were just able to get by. Ran out of room off the exit of the corner. I'm surprised that Witt didn't get a bigger piece of that. He holds on to second place. Hamilton just can't quite get around him. Running out of time. The more these two battle, the more Quaffle will likely pull away. Well, that did not work according to plan. Tried to intimidate Brandon Witt. He did get loose, but Hamilton ran right into the back of him. And again, that slows both drivers down. And Hamilton's 1.2 seconds off of Quaffle on older tires. I just don't see that working out, especially if Quaffle gets by the lap traffic as well as he has so far. Might need a caution. See, in this game, you don't know exactly how many trucks are lapped down, so if we do get a yellow, the decision to pit or not to pit is going to be very interesting. And obviously, depending on how many laps we got left. But it could also save just a bit more fuel for Hamilton, unless it carries us into an overtime green-white checkered finish. Then, if If a caution comes out, I think Hamilton's got to pit at that stage. He's going to give up a lot of positions, but it's better than running out of gas and finishing even further back. And Hamilton trying to force Witt potentially into a mistake. Both these two are still losing ground to Quaffle. Pretty good entry that time for Hamilton. Quarter tank of fuel left, 21 to go right now. Hamilton's got a big run, and he's on the inside of Brandon Witt into turn 3. Door to door for second. 20 to go this time. I don't know if Hamilton's got enough gas to the end of the race. He may have to pit for that reason if we get a caution. Oh, man, hang on, contact. And again, they lose time to Quaffle. And another block. Hamilton just put himself in the wall. Off the front bumper, the 38. Edwards is raced by to the outside. And Edwards is up to second place. Problems for the 38 truck after the contact. He's way down on the inside. Hamilton slides up into turn 1. He's got Ace Johnson right there. We continue to stay green at Texas. That was a bad block by Bobby Hamilton. There's no way Hamilton's going to gain that time back. He may be able to get back to Edwards, so that would be about it. And the lap trucks are putting up a fight right now with Bobby Hamilton alone. Hamilton just struggling with the race truck on older tires. Files himself back in line. Well, we got another bot down in the chat. And the right front is in the red right now for Bobby Hamilton. Is that right front even going to make it another 16 laps? I really hope so. I haven't seen a caution yet. That'd be a terrible way to get one. .9 seconds back. Edwards pulling away as well. Hamilton might just have to settle in third place. Really has no choice. Overdriving turn 1. Brandon Witt right there. .4 seconds back for Bobby Hamilton. Look at the lap times and how much it fallen off for Bobby Hamilton. 29.882 that last lap. 29.131 the lap before. He picked it up big time, though. 29.309. Somehow, Ace Johnson's blocking him in the middle of 1 and 2. Hamilton cannot get around Johnson. Only an eighth of tank of fuel left for Bobby Hamilton, and we still got 12 to go. I don't think he's going to make it on field to the end of the race. This is not turned very well for Bobby Hamilton all of a sudden here tonight at Texas. Finally, he'll clear the lap truck of Ace Johnson. Hamilton may need a caution just to get to the end on fuel. And no way of telling how many trucks are on the lead lap, or if he pits, where is he going to restart? We'll have less than 10 to go on the restart, so all the lap trucks will be on the inside of the lead lap trucks. Again, we go into a green-white checker. Hamilton's got to pit. Without a doubt. He would run out of gas if we go into a green-white checker. Considering he may run out even before that. I'd be shocked if we don't even make it 68 laps into this run, though. Hamilton just trying to block Brandon Witt for third. This is not good for Hamilton if he does have to pit again, considering Edwards is in second. And Brandon Witt is in third place. Well, he's in fourth, but he would take over third if Hamilton has to pit. Well, he might get the third anyway. I don't think Hamilton's got a choice here. Off of turn 4, Witt is clear. Hamilton loses another spot late to another championship contender. And Travis Quaffle, who is dealing with a lot of heavy lap traffic. He's not that far away from the checkered flag. And man, Hamilton's in desperate need of a yellow. He is not going to make it on fuel. We only got 7 to go this time by, but he will not make it. And he needs a caution desperately. Will he get one? Well, we got one slow truck on the inside of the racetrack. That's Robbie Young in turns 1 and 2. No caution there. Oh, Schmidt bounces into the wall and bounces into Hamilton. Six laps to go. I cannot believe Hamilton is this short. I mean, if we were going to be short, I was expecting maybe a lap or two. I did not think my calculations were going to be this far off. 72 to go. That's just insane. Hamilton's going to stay out one more lap just in case we get a yellow late. They've had a lot of late yellows this year, but they've been more towards the beginning portion of the season. Now that we're in the middle of the season, we haven't seen them as much. He's going to try to intimidate Brandon Witt. Maybe he can intimidate him into crashing. But the only hope here. Nope, not really. Hamilton's got to pit. He'll pit this time. Off turn 4. We'll splash and go. He's going to try not to lock the tires up. Got to make sure he doesn't speed, though, either. He did not speed. No tires. It'll be just a half a can of fuel. A little splash and go for Bobby Hamilton. He was 5 seconds off the race lead. 4 laps to go. That is amazing how short on gas he was. I would have thought at the bare minimum 69, 70 laps, and we couldn't even go that far on this fuel run. 67 laps. Hamilton just going to pull up onto the racetrack right in front of him. Oh, my goodness, Travis Quaffle, that was a terrible idea. Oh, and he just ran into him again. Brandon Witt has just taken, Carl Edwards has just taken the lead. Brandon Witt the second, and Travis Quaffle, with 3 to go, is no longer leading the race. Quaffle back to third. Edwards is going to win his second race of the year. That is not what Hamilton wanted. Quaffel's got to be absolutely ticked at Hamilton. He was trying to stay on the lead lap, but Geesler got a yellow, and boy, that just about brought out our first caution alone. White flag in the air, 1 lap to go for Carl Edwards. That just gave the second place driver points to win. And 10 more points to go with it for Edwards. Coming to the checkered flag before Quaffel's got a chance to try and wreck Bobby Hamilton. Carl Edwards is going to win his second race of the year at Texas by 3.3 seconds ahead of Brandon Witt, who finishes in second. That is tied for the worst finish this year for Hamilton. Got to go back to Daytona where he finished 18th, only his second finish outside the top 5 this year. But Carl Edwards, 12 straight top 5s in getting his second win of the season. Travis Quaffel ends up back in third, 3.9 seconds off the lead. Bill Lester finishes in 4th, and Jack Baker rounds out the top 5. Jack Spriggs 6th, Matt Craft at 7th, Chad Chafin 8th, 9th was Doug Thompson. And rounding out the top 10 was Troy Perry. 17 trucks finished on the lead lap, I do believe. 16 trucks finished on the lead lap. Bobby Hamilton led 29 laps today after qualifying 3rd. Travis Quaffel leads the most laps and was so close to a max points day. Basically, Hamilton took him out of it. That was a double whammy, though. Quaffel would have been better off getting the win for our sake for the points. Quaffel's not out of it by any means, but compared to Witt and Edwards, like I said, I mean, Witt, Edwards, and Hamilton will probably all have to DNF. 18th, not bad, but solid. I don't know. For where we have to finish this season, I don't like it. I can't believe I just miscalculated the fuel by that much. Like I said, a couple laps short, maybe I could have agreed with. But we were coming to 4 to go when I pit. And I maybe could have made it another lap, who knows, but I didn't want to risk running out of gas and trying to salvage every finish I could, which hence the reason why I pulled up when I shouldn't have. That would have definitely been a blend line violation. And Travis Quaffel has to be upset after that one. 15 lead changes, our 3rd caution-free race of the season for the first 13 races now, all 3 of them within the last 8 races alone. And we'll take a look at those point standings. We have just 10 races to go on the season. I don't think Edwards took the points lead, but he is pretty close. Hamilton has led in the points since the 2nd race of the year. The 3rd race of the year. He was tied for the lead after the 3rd race of the season with Lester. Would have had the tiebreaker at that point. So, literally led for 9 races in a row. Yeah, Hamilton's still in the lead. Edwards only 33 points back. He was 108 back coming into the race. Brandon Witt is 104 back now. He was 160-something back. I don't remember the exact total. I know it was in the 160s, though. And obviously, second place finish plus laps led gets it done for him. Edwards led some laps as well. Quaffel led the most. There he is, 4th in points. He's 240 back. He does gain. He's still over 1 race worth of points out of the lead compared to the top 3. Again, 190 points is the max amount you can score if you lead the most laps and win. Well, the season just got a whole heck of a lot more interesting. Next race is going to be on Saturday night for this custom schedule season. It'll be the Treasure Lake 200 at the Levi Strauss Signature Speedway. A little short track, half-mile, triangle. That's going to be an interesting one, to say the least. But that is going to finish it up here tonight. Like, share, and subscribe for more daily NASCAR content as usual. I'll see you guys in the chat for the career mode premiere of World of Outlaw Sprint Car Series 2002. That'll be, again, at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I will see you guys in the chat for that one. Thanks, everybody, for watching, as always. Catch you next time. Also, before I head out, before I catch you next time, check out the video that I uploaded earlier today of the best finishes on the channel in 2021, best live commentary, calls, whether it was the real races or the video game races. So go check that out. It was my gift to you guys for the end of 2021, and I've got one more ranking video from 2021 still to come out with. And we're gonna have some new series, some new videos start to roll in here in the next couple of weeks, leading up to the start of the NASCAR season, as well as returning ones from last NASCAR season. We're coming right around the corner. We're only 3 weeks away for the Busch Clash, ladies and gentlemen. Have a good rest of your night. I'll catch you tomorrow.